In a world where machines are replacing minds and data decides your destiny, what happens when humanity goes 404? Human not found.
I'm Christopher Uchenwa, best-selling author of AI versus Humanity, The Battle for Human Relevance. And this is your wake-up call. This isn't just another AI podcast.
This is the movement for those who refuse to be replaced. How to stay relevant in the age of AI? The human skills AI can't replace. Spiritual and ethical leadership. Real stories. Real tools. Real talk. Subscribe to the AI versus Humanity 404 podcast. New episodes drop every Sunday starting August 10th. Send us your voice notes. Be part of the revolution. When the system says 404, human not found, we rewrite the code and don't miss out.
Hello, my friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of AI versus Humanity 404 podcast. I am your host, Christopher Uchenwa, the number one best-selling author of the latest book, AI versus Humanity, The Battle for Human Relevance. I'm a keynote speaker and also the founder and CEO of Brizwave Incorporation. In today's episode, I'm going to be unlocking a hidden superpower of artificial intelligence. I'm going to go a little bit, not too technical, but a little bit because technical, right? But it's something that is going to benefit you. I want to give something, a secret that will help you in your business, that will help you in whatever area of life you are currently in. And it's part of something I do for my client. I charge them for it. And I'm giving it out to you free. Some of it anyway, because if you want to keep receiving more information from me and my company, you may have to go subscribe to our newsletter on our website to get more of the information on a weekly basis. Today, I'm going to be talking about prompt engineering secrets. Prompt engineering secret. But before I go deep into it, I want to recap on what the previous episode was all about. In the previous episode, I was talking about deepfake and how it is changing our reality and how the things you see and the things you hear could no longer be the truth or the reality of what they are, right? And today I want to empower my listeners by sharing with them the secret of prompt engineering. Well, before I go into that topic, I want to ask you 3 questions to reflect on. You don't need to give an answer to those questions. I just want you to reflect on those questions, have it at the back of your mind as we dive deeper into this particular episode of Prompt Engineering Secret. Number 1 question. If AI can write, plan, analyze, and create, what's stopping you from using it to scale life and business? Question number 2. What if you had a library of prompts that could instantly turn artificial intelligence into your strategist, your coach, or your creative partner? Will you be happy if I give it to you? Sure, I know you will. Question number 3. And here's the kicker, right? Are you letting others get ahead simply because they ask AI better questions than you do? Those are the 3 questions I want you to have at the back of your mind as we go in deeper into it, right? Prompt engineering is the skill of the future. And the ability for you to understand how to use prompt engineering will differentiate between those who are using artificial intelligence the right way and those who are using artificial intelligence the wrong way. That is what is going to determine those who are going to be ahead in this era of artificial intelligence and those who are left behind. Let me give a context about the artificial intelligence. There is something called large language model. That is what artificial intelligence is about, large language models. And you have different large language models. Large language models are artificial intelligence that have been pre-trained on millions and billions of information, data. They've been trained on books, they've been trained on website, they've been trained on all kinds of data and information. For example, ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, Claude. These are different large language models. And they were trained in a particular way. And because they have been trained, for you to be able to bring out the information that they have been trained with, you have to know how to communicate with them. And the process, the science and the act of communicating with this large language model is what is called prompt engineering. Like I always say, artificial intelligence is a computer that whatever you give into it is what it gives back to you. And if you communicate in a vague way to it, it will give you vague result and response. So you need to know that there is a way. It's an act and a science to communicate with it so that it will give you the right information. When you tell AI to write an email, a company, maybe an email, you are in a company, you say, write an email for me. It's not like the AI is going somewhere in a library where it has stored that email to pull out what it's going to give to you. No. The artificial intelligence, what it does when you say, write an email for me, what it does is that it's going to write that email based on pattern that it has been trained on. So it is the prompt that you gave it that will guide it to be able to give you that email in a way that will be more useful, more efficient, and more structured. So if you learn how to collaborate with how to prompt the artificial intelligence, it will give you the best result. And that is what I want to teach you today. I want to give you some tidbit of some prompt engineering that will help you if you use some of these examples I'm going to share with you here today on this podcast. It's going to scale you up faster than your colleagues. And I'm giving you this for free. For my clients, I bill them for it. But right now, because you are my listener, you've been following me on my podcast, I want to give you some things for free. And I'm going to be doing that often, right? Once in a while, I'm going to share some deep secret things that I bill my client for. I'm going to share it with you, so long as you keep, following my podcast. Now, let me give you an example of prompt engineering. Sometime in 2023, there is a marketing agency in New York that were using ChatGPT. They were trying to use ChatGPT to write blogs and something like that. So they will go by like, write about social media marketing, that is how they used to use ChatGPT, write about social media marketing or something like that. They were just using vague prompt, and they were getting vague results because AI is whatever you ask, it's going to give you anything. It's there. That is how it functions. Until they had to hire a prompt engineer who stepped into the scene and revamp the way they prompt the AI, and they started having massive result. What they used to say to the AI was, write a social media marketing email or newsletter for us, and it gives them vague results. But when the prompt engineer came in, he was able to prompt the artificial intelligence this way. He says, you are a senior digital strategist. Create a 1,200 word blog post for small e-commerce business owners about TikTok ads, outperforming Facebook ads for Gen Z. Include 3 case studies and finish with a checklist. Now, you will notice that what the prompt engineer did was he created a contest, and he created a structure. He created a context and a structure, and it was very specific as to what he wants the artificial intelligence to create or generate, because it's generative. So within whatever boundaries you want it to function, it's going to function. But you need to tell that machine how you want it to act. Don't leave it vague. Be specific. Create that context, and you will see it working like, performing like, creating wonder and mysteries for you. Now, let me give you one powerful prompt for business strategy. This is a business strategy prompt. If you have a business and you're still not very clear in terms of, how to scale or move your business forward, right? Take note of this particular prompt I want to give to you. Is business strategy prompt. This is what you're going to say to the AI. You are my personal business strategist. Now you're telling the artificial intelligence what it has to act as. Now, on the business, you insert your business details. Everything about your business. If you don't know your business, just go copy about, if you have a website, copy about us of your business. Just dump it there for the AI. Or you can put the link of your website on the chat there and say, the AI to research your website and get that information about your business, right? Now, you put your goal, insert your goal. What is the goal you want to, you are looking to have? Now, you go ahead and say, now you are now given a task, right? You go ahead and say, create a 90-day action plan broken into weekly milestone with measurable KPIs. KPI stands for key performance indicators. You see, with this kind of structure, you have given the AI direction and what you are looking to get. And when you see the result the AI is going to pull out for you, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. Why? Because you followed the process. You prompted it properly. You spoke the language the machine understands. Because if you're not able to speak the language that AI understands, it's not going to give you anything. It's just going to be there. You're going to be getting frustrated. It's just like in a circus, right? When you see the people that are doing some circus show, like, they know how to talk to the animals, like the animals will do what they want them to do, right? You maybe an ordinary person, you go there, you want to wave your hand or do some kind of things that the animals don't understand. You might provoke them, they might even eat you up, right? They won't do because you don't know how to prompt them. But those circus guys, they know how to prompt the animals, and you see a horse or an elephant or a lion or tiger start, doing what they want them to do. The same thing with artificial intelligence or an orchestra, right? An orchestra has a group of musical artists and who plays different instruments, right? They are very good. But if you leave them on their own without the orchestra conducting them, they might not be able to coordinate and harmonize, right? But with the orchestra prompting them, directing them, coordinating them, you see they bring out melodious music and sound. That is the same thing with AI. Prompt engineering. It is the act and the science of communicating with artificial intelligence. And those who have mastered prompt engineering, they are ahead. They get results with artificial intelligence faster. Let me give you another example. For example, code email prompt. You want to prompt an AI to, write you code emails, right? This is a prompt you can use to achieve that. Say, write 3 variations of a code email for, you can insert your product or your service for dash products dash service, right? That sound professional, yet warm, each under 100 words. You see, this is specific. You have to be specific what you're telling AI to do. Else it will just, AI hallucinates. Sometimes it will just be dancing around, right? It hallucinates. So you need to be specific. You need to tell it what you really want within the context and within the structure of how you want it to bring it out. Let me give you another. This one is for students and researchers. If you're a student and you're a researcher, let me give you another prompt that will help you in your studies or in your research. This is how you can prompt the AI. You can say, explain, in bracket, you put the topic. In simple language a 12-year-old can understand, then expand into 3 advanced research angles for university level study. You see that when you prompt the AI this way, it will explain it for you in a very basic way, then it will expand it for you in a university level way as well for your research project, because you prompted it properly. But if you didn't give that guidelines for it, it will just shoot into something that you may not even understand because you may not know the topic, right? Another one is for critical analysis prompt. You can say to the AI, provide a critical analysis of dash book. You can say, okay, let's say, for example, my book. You can say, provide a critical analysis of AI versus humanity, the battle for human relevance by the author Christopher Uchenwa, and connect it to modern day issues in a particular field or whatever field you want to. You see that you've given clear instruction to the artificial intelligence, and you'll be amazed what it's going to bring out. You can try that out. Now let's look at for content creators and writers. There are many more prompts for, I'm just giving you some, tidbits, right? There are many, many more thousands of prompts you can use. But for this one I want to share now is for content creators. If you're in the space of content creating and you're a writer as well, this prompt is for you. You want to generate a viral idea prompt. This is how you can prompt artificial intelligence. Say, generate 10 viral TikTok or YouTube. If it's YouTube you want, if it's TikTok, be specific. Don't combine both of them. Be specific. You can do it one after the other. Let's go with TikTok. Generate 10 viral TikTok video ideas on, you insert the topic. Include hook lines, visual suggestions, and call to action ideas. You'll be so amazed with what it's going to bring out for you. Now, another one is if you are a speech or script writer, you want a speech, you can say, write a 1-minute motivational script in the style of maybe Les Brown or Anthony Robbins. And you be specific. You have to be specific. Don't leave it vague. Right? And you'll be amazed. Now, for people in professional areas and in career and growth areas, I have one or two prompts for you. For those who want to enhance their career, enhance their resume and stuff like that. So let me give you a resume prompt, for example. You can prompt the AI this way. Take note, it's not cast on stone. I'm just giving you examples, but it has to follow a structure like context, specific, you have to guide the AI on what you want. Now, for resume, this is a resume prompt. Act as my career coach. You see, now you are telling the AI what to, the position to act as. The actor, you are telling the AI to act as my career coach. Review my resume summary and rewrite it to highlight leadership and measurable achievement in under 150 words. And you see what it's going to give you. Whatever direction you want. And for example, let me give you this particular secret. If you are searching for a job and you really want to make your resume stand out, they've always used AI and resume scanning tools to select resume. And what those scanning tools do is they look for keywords. Keywords are those words that the recruiter or the company or the hiring manager are looking for in resume. So if your resume don't have those keywords, even if you are the most qualified, most experienced for that role, they won't select you. You won't be called for interview. Why? Because your resume don't have those keywords, and it's AI and system tools that are being used to do the resume selection. So you want to put yourself in very good position. So all you need to do is you take the job description. Every company that is advertising for a job, they have what is called JD, job description. Take the job description and tell the AI, analyze this job description. Analyze my resume. Refine my resume to align with this job description and with the specific keywords that is being looked for this role. And you'll see how the AI is going to bring out a refined resume for you, such that when you put it up, upload it into that job, they will certainly call you, because AI will ensure that you have like 80% to 100% of the keywords they are looking for based on the job description. Now, on the LinkedIn post prompt, you can give a prompt like, draft 5 engaging LinkedIn posts about my expertise in dash field. You insert your field, written to spark conversation and attract recruiters or clients. That is, if you want to start using LinkedIn to target leads and specific kind of client and businesses, right? You can prompt it this way. Now, when you're doing, as a quick guide, these are things I want you to take note of when you are prompting in prompt engineering. Be specific, very specific. Give context and details. Assign a role to AI. Don't just leave it vague. Say, act as a coach, strategist, teacher, or whatever. Assign a role to it. Break it down. Ask for step-by-step answers. Break it down. Refine and iterate. Don't accept the first draft. The AI might bring out the first draft for you, and take a look at it. That is where you collaborate with artificial intelligence. Take a look at it. If it doesn't really meet what you're looking for, you can tell it, okay, can you refine it this way? Can you add this, take or deduct or make? Give it more context and more information, and you see how it's going to bring it perfectly. Sometimes if you don't even know how the outcome should look like, you can say, okay, take into consideration best practice, right? Take into consideration best practice, international best practice, or, best recommendations or whatever. You see, it's going to bring it out for you in the best way ever. Here is the truth. Prompt engineering proves that AI doesn't replace human. It enhances us. So there is need. That is why in my book, I said in my book, and in one of the episode 3 of my podcast, I was talking about AI and human collaboration, the skills that AI have and humans don't have, and the skills that humans have, AI don't have. So there is a collaboration. There's need to be a collaboration between the two. So AI will enhance our performance when you collaborate with it, when you know how to use AI. Machines can only generate output, but it takes humans' imagination, ethics, and creativity to steer those output towards purpose and value. Every prompt you use, if you have mastered prompt engineering, every prompt you use is a chance to shape your future. And I will encourage you, go for prompt engineering training. Register for courses on prompt engineering. It's a skill you need to have in this era of AI. The people who are going to win in this age of artificial intelligence are those who are most powerful in prompt engineering, how to get what they want out of artificial intelligence. There are those who know how to ask the right question. And of course, ask, you shall receive. And it is whatever you ask that you get. That is how AI is. Whatever you ask, you get. And if you ask vaguely, you get vague response. If you act creatively with prompt engineering skill, you get a creative response. So don't just consume AI. Direct it. Train it. Leverage it. Make it to work for you. We've come to the end of today's episode. If you want to be getting more prompt, because I share prompt in my new weekly newsletters to those who subscribe to read, go ahead to my website. I have an author website. It's aiversushumanity.ca. You can sign up for our newsletter. You're going to be receiving information about artificial intelligence, including prompt on a weekly, constant basis, right? Which you can make use of to help better your knowledge on artificial intelligence. Or you go to my business website, my consulting business website, brizwave.com, BRIZWAVE.com, and subscribe. You can, on the contact us page, and we'll have your email information, and we're going to be sending you useful information and tidbits that will be helping you better how you utilize artificial intelligence. If this episode is very appealing to you and you've learned one or two things, feel free to shoot us a 60 seconds, not more than 60 seconds voice note to our WhatsApp number, +1 289 505 5287, and we are going to take a look at it and replay it. You may be featured in our next episode, and if you are an expert and you are looking to join me on my podcast for an interview or whatever, feel free to send us an email to info@aiversushumanity.ca. We're going to take a look at it, and we'll get back in touch with you. If you are a business owner and a company you're looking to implement artificial intelligence, That is what my company does, Brizwave.com. You can reach out to us, go to our website and indicate your interest. You'll see different areas of interest. Indicate your interest, send us an email or reach out to us, and we are going to get back to you. If you want us to come train your staff on AI, artificial intelligence, prompt engineering, or whatever, reach out to us. We can come in and do it as well. I do that. I handle that area personally myself. And if you are looking to implement artificial intelligence and you don't know how to go about it, right? You can also reach out to us. You can begin by downloading the free 6-step AI strategy and implementation framework on our website. When you go there, you can download it for free and reach out to us. We can come in and do an assessment of what your technology stack is like and be able to give you a future proof or future readiness report so that you know where to start, and you'll be able to give you a quick return on your investment, right? There are a lot of areas where we can enhance your business, right? If I can make you to generate extra millions in your business, would you want to work with me? If I can make your business to be more productive and be more profitable, would you want to work with me? I've done it for a lot of my clients, and I'm still doing it to a lot of them right now. So feel free to reach out to me on my website, www.brizwave.com, BRIZWAVE.com, and we'll see how we can work with you. And because when the world says 404 human not found, our job is to rewrite the code so that we can collaborate and work with AI and become a superhuman. Thank you once again for listening. Do not forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends and family. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you.
In a world driven by artificial intelligence, where speed is prized over soul, and machines are learning faster than humans are evolving, what happens when the system no longer recognizes you? When the screen says, 404, human, not found. I'm Christopher Uchenwa, best-selling author of AI versus Humanity, The Battle for Human Relevance. And this podcast is your wake-up call. We're not just talking AI, we're fighting for our place in the age of machines. Every week, I'll break down what AI means for your job, your family, your identity, and your future. From ethics to intuition, from survival to spiritual awakening, real stories, real tools, real truth. Because while others are being replaced, we're getting repositioned. And while the world panics, we'll evolve.
Subscribe now to the AI versus Humanity 404 podcast. New episodes drop every Sunday starting August 10. Send us your voice feedback on WhatsApp, +1 289 505 5287. Want to be a guest? Reach out. info@aiversushumanity.ca. When the world says 404, human, not found, we rewrite the code.